Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. During the last day, Russian forces launched multiple strikes on the Kherson and Kharkiv regions, causing damage to schools and manufacturing infrastructure. According to official sources, at least 7 people were injured. What's more, in April, President Zelensky disclosed that the Russian army has launched 300 missiles of various types, nearly 300 Shahed drones, and more than 3,200 guided aerial bombs against Ukraine. Recent developments show an intensified assault by Russia focused on Ukraine's energy and civilian infrastructure. Russian forces have also maintained their assault on Kupiansk-Svatove-Crimea line, while Ukrainian forces have reportedly made advance south of Crimea. According to a spokesperson for the Ukrainian armed forces, there have been improvements in the tactical positions in the Serebryantsk forest area. A Russian military blogger asserted that Ukrainian forces have been engaging in counterattacks supported by extensive FPV drone operations west of Crimea. The fighting has also been persisting northeast of Kupiansk near Simkivka. Now let's move to the Middle East. In the latest attack on Rafah, a residential building was destroyed. At least 6 Palestinians were killed in the strike, including 4 children. The attack occurred after midnight, catching the residents off guard without any prior warning. Other parts of Gaza, including a refugee camp, have also been attacked, with 9 people being injured. Ongoing artillery bombardment has also been reported in the southern part of Gaza City. Focused on the Zaytun neighborhood, meanwhile, Iranian-backed fighters believed to include members of the Lebanese Hezbollah have launched a series of attacks into northern Israel. Reports indicate that Israeli forces were compelled to respond to the activity of Palestinian fighters in the West Bank during one such engagement. In a separate incident, an Iranian-backed militia based in Bahrain claimed responsibility for a drone strike purportedly aimed at the Israeli port city of Eilat. The attack raised tensions in the region amidst ongoing hostilities between the Iran-backed group and Israeli forces. The U.S. State Department is pointing fingers at Russia, saying that they've been playing dirty with chemical weapons over in Ukraine. No, that's a serious accusation, especially since it violates the Chemical Weapons Convention. But here's the kicker. According to the US, Russia's been ramping up the use of these nasty weapons on the battlefield. And the evidence? It's coming straight from Russian social media, and looks like the truth is spilling out from unexpected places. Stay tuned as this story unfolds.
Где-то еще ближе, ебать, все, он встал и побежал. Там все, нихуя его выкурили. Денек у него, конечно, прям веселый. Еще, брат. О, нихуя, хлопчик, блядь. Хлопча засыпали, ёб твою мать. Ебать, что у него заебать серьезно. Все, там нахуй на трампа. А, это биг. Да, все, автоматом, все будет. Ебать, там еще один в робе прям, ебать, бегает. Да. Газики, смотри, что. Противогазы. Команда газы. На, пидор, одевай. Обратно нырк. Долбоёб, газы одевай.
More news has been coming out of Russia. It looks like they're admitting to having taken a hit from Ukrainian kamikaze drones. These drones went straight for the power stations and transformer substations along the railway track of the Orlovsk and Kursk regions. The Russians are calling it a coordinated attack, and they're not mincing words about it. We've got footage showing Ukrainian Special Operation Forces taking down a Buk M1 air defense system southeast of Koronevo in the Kursk region. It's a bold move and it's shaking things up on the ground. Another hit scored on the Russian BMP-1 on a new death row for the Russians, where their bodies and the equipment keep piling up. The operators of the 47th Separate Motorized Brigade are doing some serious work east of Novobakhmutska, heading towards Chasiv Yar. They're not messing around, so stay tuned for more updates on the action straight from the front. Now, the Ukrainian army is engaged in battles with the Russians right on the strategic border of the city of Chasiv Yar in the Donetsk region. One of the spokespersons for the Ukrainian armed forces assured that the troops from the Kyiv are in control of the situation and that Putin's army is not achieving any success in this area. He added that the Russians are conducting so-called meat grinder attacks on quads, motorcycles, golf carts, and infantry fighting vehicles, showing complete disregard for casualties.
Run.
On May 3rd, the Aidar Battalion is celebrating its 10th anniversary, a whole decade of dedication to their country. Now, it's been 10 years relentless fighting, and today is just as it was a decade ago. They've stayed true to their principles, defending the present so that future generations won't have to defend their future. From the flames of the revolution of the dignity to the clouds of dust on the Eastern Front, from a group of volunteers to one of the finest battalion in the Ukrainian Defense Forces, from past generations to future ones, with the memories of all the fallen soldiers in their hearts.
10 років славетної історії. Наша історія народилася із полум'я революції ще у 2013 році. Ворог не зміг змиритися та прийняти незалежність України та наш вибір. Ми почали боронити Україну, наших близьких та рідних як добровольці. Ще в першому бою на Луганщині ми отримали своє славетне ім'я – Айдар. Ми захищали Україну у часи так званого перемир'я, адже ворогу байдуже на домовленості. Замість того, щоб відходити, Ми проривали окопи до ворога. Але все кардинально змінилося 24 лютого 2022 року. Тоді змінилися не лише ми, а й вся Україна та весь світ. Ми зустріли війну з честю та гідністю, не жаліючи ворога та знищуючи його. Народжені полум'ям революції, загартовані боями на Сході та народжені, щоб перемагати, бо з нами Бог. З днем народження, Айдар! Слава Україні! Слава Айдару!
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.